Alright, so in this video I want to show you guys how I made this personalized hanging sign. So stick around and I'll show you guys how I did it start to finish. The first step of this process was actually done last fall. I made a small wooden form slightly larger than the brick base was going to be and mixed 3 bags of concrete together. Fast forward to the spring and I am ready to do the brick base. So I'm stacking these bricks 3 high and accounting for the gap that the mortar is going to make. And I'm going to be cutting down this 6-inch pipe to size, and this pipe is going to serve as a sleeve for the 4x4 post later. I'm using a simple string line here and tracing it with a permanent marker, so I've got a relatively straight line as a reference when I go ahead and cut the pipe down with my jigsaw. And here you can see some of the prep work I did in the fall. I've got a piece of Liquidite running up through that 6-inch pipe, and that is going to allow me to mount this box right to the back of the post. So I've got electrical for lights or anything else I might want here along the driveway. The brick base, I was pretty happy with how it came out. I am actually using some reclaimed bricks. They got a little bit of mortar and they're different shapes and sizes, but I've been using these all over the property and I do kind of like their rustic look. While the mortar was curing, I moved on to the sign portion of this project. I bought a 2-foot round at Home Depot. It was just a pine disc, but I thought it was a little too large based on the sign that I purchased. And this was just a laser cut metal sign I found on Amazon, and I'll link to that in the description below so you can find one for yourself if you'd like to do something like this. And I used a weight plate just as a reference circle. I thought that was pretty close to the size I needed to. And then I just jigsawed it out. Pretty straightforward process here. A little bit at a time, using my workmate as a nice, simple work surface. And now finally, just a little cleanup work with the sander. And here I'm just checking out the new size of the border, making sure I'm going to be happy with the size of the sign before coming outside to give it a quick coat of paint. I did 3 coats of a high gloss white paint, so it would match the vinyl post I'm eventually going to use as a sleeve over the 4x4. At this stage of the process, I was a little concerned that I was going to get the mounting locations correct, so I used this 2x4 as a mock post and clamped my hanging bracket to it. This allowed me to line the disc up right underneath and mark for the holes for my mounting hardware. I first considered some eye bolts, but I had some pretty simple ever-built tie downs, so this would give me 2 mounting locations per hook. And where this is hanging long-term outside, I thought this might hold up better long-term. So I marked the locations with just a permanent marker here on this painter's tape in case I needed to make some adjustments, and then just did a tiny bit of pre-drill and drove some screws in. So the next step here is I've got my mock post standing in a vise here, and I've got it plumb, and this way I can draw a level line across my hanging sign here so I can be confident that my Clinton sign isn't skewed and looks off angle when it's finally hanging outside. Since the sign wasn't symmetrical, I just eyeballed the center and then used that horizontal reference line to get it level on what the sign will be when it's hanging. Part of pre-doing this electrical and stuffing it in a pipe all winter long means it was a bit crooked. So here I'm just straightening it out and getting it prepped so it'll line up nicely on the back of the post. And this here is probably my favorite part of using these 6-inch diameter pipes as a sleeve. There's room for the 2 liquid-tight pipes in there, and then I just drop the 4x4 down the center. And if I did all my prep work right, it is perfectly level, and fortunately in this case it was. And then to secure everything in place, I'm just going to pour some sand around it and pack it. And it is remarkably stable after that. Plus, in the future, if I ever need to, it will be really easy to replace that post. We're getting into the home stretch here, so I'm just going to mark the 4x4 for height and then draw a level line around the post so I've got a good guide when I make the cut. These vinyl 4x4s are pretty great to work with. They just slide right over the pressure-treated 4x4s, and the base didn't fit super cleanly, so I had to just trim a tiny bit out so the liquid tight ran up the back and didn't bulge out or push the cap out at a weird angle. And then the top just drops right on, and it gets you a nice, clean, finished look. Whenever I've been mounting something to these 4x4 posts, I do like to pre-drill it so I'm not splitting or doing anything funky to the vinyl. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm pre-drilling so I can mount this electrical box to the back. I'll do the finished electrical work at a later date, but I'm looking forward to adding some lights to this sign. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I love using painter's tape as guides and reference marks, so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just marking the center and then confirming it's vertical with a level, and then I can mark for my hanging bracket. And this is the same routine as on the back. I'm going to pre-drill the holes through the vinyl and then attach the bracket with some screws. And now we get the moment of truth. I finally get to hang the sign up and see how it all looks together. Now I do need to finish doing the landscaping around the post. The top course of the brick is really all that's going to be visible. I'm planning on doing some flowers and a little bit of lighting, but I'd love to know what you guys think of this little project. And if you found this helpful or useful, go ahead and leave me a comment, a like, or subscribing to the channel is always super helpful. And I've linked in the description some of the materials that I've used, so you could find them and try and replicate pieces of this project if you'd like to. And thanks for watching, guys. And I hope to see you in the next video.